Then about to Biam,
Okay.
as I said earlier, some of the transformers are already energized. But as you can see, work is on progress. From Biam to Kalaji is not yet completed. So that's why those customers will have to wait for some time. But those between Biam and Mandinaba can definitely come now and apply for their service. But what we are trying to do now is to come to them instead of them coming to Nawek offices within the GBA, because the distances are far. Of course, we don't have branch offices in those villages at the moment. That's why Damba will elaborate on those issues, what is called our plans, because we'll be going to those villages next week, some of the villages, to sensitize the communities as to what they need to provide when we want when they want us to process the applications. So I don't want to go in details because I want them to have on those documentations that are required. Okay. But Mandinaba, definitely, they can apply even today.
Okay, Demba, two things are here. One is NAWEC is not into wiring properties for customers. But we are talking of proper wiring if they want to get into NAWEC grid or NAWEC network. What do you think NAWEC can help in? If somebody wants to wire his or her property and is in doubt of what material is suitable for me to properly wire my property.
Thank you very much, Peter. Sorry, Per. I believe NAWEC are not into wiring actually, but I mean we have the expertise to do some private jobs as well when they are not at NAWEC services. And you have companies like Dabanani, BB Electrical, and all these Powercom, and all other companies that we work with when it comes to doing main extensions on electricity. And those people also, they have qualified electricians who can definitely do wiring. And even with NAWEC, actually I believe we can always give you somebody who can maybe have an appointment with you to do your wiring during weekends, because in most cases during weekends our electricians, most of them are free. So it wouldn't be a problem in case you don't have anybody to do something that is of quality and you want definitely NAWEC's advice, or you want them to step in on your behalf. I mean, it's always advisable, as the commercial director said, that they do something of quality just to take it as a preventive measures in case of maybe fire or in case of any sparking in the network. Because when the quality of cables are really not inferior or that are not of standard, it becomes a problem. The moment something happens in the network, it can cause damage in terms of fire to the house that it is wired. And therefore, we are advising them to make sure at least when they don't have anybody that they believe is qualified enough, or they want advice on the type of maybe wires that they need, they can always come, because that one is just to give them the specifications, and they go to the shop and buy it. And if they have somebody qualified to do the job, then he can carry on and do it for them.
Now let us look at the documents that would-be applicants would need to come in and apply for the service, because normally what we were asking from applications are a lot of things. I don't know whether it's going to apply for those residing in the West Coast region, which is a new project coming on now.
Yeah, Pierre, as we said day before yesterday on West Coast Radio, we won't apply the sort of paperwork that we are asking for in the GBA for the people in the provinces, because there, I think this sort of confrontations that we are having here in terms of this processing of application, I don't think we would have it there. And therefore, we believe we can just ask for their voter's card, and even with that, if they can photocopy it, fine. But if they cannot copy it, we will just get the number, the serial number on the voter's card, because all the serial numbers are different, and therefore, if I take any serial number from anybody, it will not duplicate on an order application form. So that is why we would prefer them probably to photocopy, if they have the chance to do it, either their voter's card or the ID card. But if that is not possible, let them just hold it. When we are there, we will take the serial numbers and make sure we do their application for them. But as the commercial director mentioned earlier, we will be going there next week. That is either on Tuesday or Wednesday, and we just want them to be prepared. Anybody who feels, actually you are interested in making sure your house is electrified, you should try and make sure that you stay within the village, so that when we are there, we would first stop at the Alcalo and inform him that we are there. Probably it would take maybe another 30 minutes for them to inform all the villagers. And then we can meet them at the Bantaba and maybe tell them the reason why we are there, sensitize them more on some of the things that we are talking about here. And eventually, anybody who wants to do his or her application that particular day will be going with somebody also who can draw the application form, and you would pay your deposit of 200. Then we will also do the estimation, that is the survey, the same day, and we come and raise the invoice and make sure we send it again for them to pay.
Now, is compound document part of the requirement?
No, compound documents are not part of the requirement.
Now, how much amount are they going to pay for the service?
Well, actually, they would pay $3,000 a flat fee, for whatever distance. But whatever distance doesn't mean it has to be more than the 45 meters limit that we accept normally. If it is within the range of 45 meters, then you are qualified. But if it is not within the range of 45 meters, just as we do in GBA, the person wouldn't be able to qualify to connect to the network.
Even if the person has the money to do the extension?
No, I don't think at the moment we would go in for asking people to do extensions, because the project is ongoing, and most of these projects, they come in phases. So this is the first phase. Hopefully, when we see the impact or the sort of response that we have got from the customers in the villages, NAWEC will want to maybe go to a second stage by maybe seeking funds to provide a second phase of that nature. So I don't think at the moment we will go in for people who would want to come in and pay extensions and we allow them to pay, because it would complicate things at the moment.
Now, before I come to Nani, Tijan Mane, meter replacement exercise has brought a lot of problems in NAWEC with regards to people, our customers outside who are reluctant to accepting our guys when they get into the field to do the replacements. I don't know how much is your office doing trying to cope this situation so that people are allowed to get into their premises, get the replacement done as soon as possible.
Thank you very much, Per. With regards to meter replacement, which is in progress, we have been making announcements on radio, for a long time now. I think most of the people should be aware of the progress we are doing in terms of meter replacement. And we are still appealing to our customers that we are replacing all these meters to cash power, with regards to without the concern of whether you used to pay your bill in full or on time. It is a management decision that all the meters has to be replaced, and it will take some time to do the replacement, because we are thinking of replacing above 20,000 meters, and it will be difficult for us.
Now, if this is a decision that can never be averted, that every meter has to be replaced. Now, what about those customers that still owe NAWEC a lot of money, and most of them are even out of the system? They have been disconnected for some time. Is there any arrangement for them to come in and be part of the replacement?
Yes, we are also calling them on board. In order for us to recover our money, we have to give them electricity. That is like a kind of motivation for them to come in and be able to pay us. By doing that, we are not even looking for much money. Let them come and pay us much money before we get them meters. Let them come forward. The little money they have, let them bring it forward, and we make a payment plan whilst we give them electricity. In the process, we'll be able to recover our money, in the shortest possible time.
Is that economically viable? I owe now quite a lot of money. I am disconnected from the system. Now you will say you can come, we give you the cash power, let's arrange a payment plan, and you pay in bits while I still have to feed the cash power, the new cash power that you have installed in my premises.
Well, I think it could be the wisest decision from any management. Just let's take this scenario, for example. You as a consumer, for example, for the past five years, you are owing the company 20,000. this money has not been paid to NAWEC, and you have